Today is the first full day of Donald Trump's presidency. And on the White House page, he's already deleted all this stuff about climate change, all this stuff about gay rights, all this stuff about, you name it. This guy's just, it's going to be a mess and it's going to be a battle, and people know this. So today, there's a million women march in Washington, D.C. I know personally at least 10 people that have gone there from my hometown here in Brattleboro, Vermont. But here in Brattleboro, Vermont, the people that couldn't go there or couldn't go to the Capitol in Montpelier, because there's also a demonstration there, came here and did this little vigil, and you should watch it.
Yeah, well, yes.
I would like to see us come together and recognize that it's through our differences we learn, and that we don't need to be afraid of each other, and that we need to learn to respect those differences while working together for what's universal. And I'd like to see health care for everybody. I think it's a human right. I think education's a human right.
I'm showing up. That's what I'm doing. I was not able to go to any of the big marches, and when I found out that there was one happening here, it meant a lot to me to be able to show solidarity with the women and men who are marching for equality and for rights for women, but for all people, and against the oppression and the wave of oppression that we see coming our way.
We're here to show solidarity with the Women's March in Washington. Well, I would like to see Mr. Trump either change his ways or be impeached. We have to stay positive. We have to respect all people's rights.
I'm here because I'm very concerned about the new president and his cabinet picks and the leadership, which is definitely not intending. Their basis is not what's basic to the U.S., and that's equality for everyone.
I'm here standing together with all my fellow Brattleboro residents to make sure that the message of protecting human rights and protecting the planet and being kind and thoughtful and loving to our communities instead of hateful and divisive is really important. And so I decided to come out and stand together with my fellow citizens.
Trying to stay hopeful. It's hard because you see all these things happening in the world around you, and yet, we're in Brattleboro, we're a very tiny town in Vermont, and things are pretty much business as usual here, but in the rest of the country it's not. And I think it's just trying to figure out a plan and figure out what is next and how you're going to cope, and we are all going to cope, and how we're going to help each other cope with what's going on in the world.
I am standing up against the current administration and telling them that my rights need to be heard. We as the public need to stand up and just have a voice and let Trump know that he can't just make changes without considering us. Just keep fighting for what you believe in.
I'm here to support the world, the Mother Earth, as my sign, as you saw in the back. If we don't take care of the earth, then we're all sunk. So I'm here to support not just women's rights, but all the rights that we deserve. We shouldn't be bullied by a wealthy billionaire cabinet. It's very frightening.
I think we need to be in very close contact with our elected representatives. I've been calling the senators' offices because they're the ones who confirm nominees for the Supreme Court, for the cabinet. They're the ones who approve or disapprove resolutions to go to war. And I also think we need to organize to help combat gerrymandering. So that means contributing to organizations that will help other congressional districts elect representatives, and on the state level, elect representatives who will change the makeup of Congress.